Unilad, OnlyFans star, make it a little bigger, please. How much she made sleeping with 122 college students during spring break. Made a staggering amount. How much did you make?
250,000.
And this was through your OF?
Yes, like the boys that I sleep with, it's free.
It's free for them. You don't charge them. Okay.
Yeah.
How much? 200?
Yeah, 250,000
Okay. All right.
US dollars.
Hang on, you just film it so that other people can see it, essentially? Is that how you were making the money?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Cool. And then you said you slept with 32 18-year-old virgins, and you filmed that too?
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, for the guys in the chat, is it, and maybe the girls can weigh in too, like, is it a W to lose your virginity as a guy to a star? Like, is that like a bragging? Do you think it's a bragging thing? Or?
Well, I think, like, personally, when people lose their virginity, it's usually terrible. Like, I gave them a very good experience.
A good sexual, like, experience.
For sure. And not only that, like, it was so relatable. Like, because the reason I started doing that in the first place is, like, when I started watching porn, it wasn't relatable. Like, I was like, when I have sex for the first time, it is not going to be nothing like that. Like, they're professional people that do it all the time. So I was like, there's no better way to make it relatable than literally sleeping with virgins themselves, because everyone performs so differently. Like, some people barely lasted 30 seconds. Some people went for quite a long time.
How do you confirm that they're virgins? You just ask them?
Yeah, like, obviously there's no way of proving it. There's no...
just like Scouts honor.
They're pretty nervous, and I wouldn't say they're very good at knowing what to do and where things go. So,
well, yeah, for many of them, it was probably their very first time with a prostitute, right? So that's and that is your prescription here, right? Your prescription is, according to you, that men should lose their virginity to prostitutes.
No, I'm not saying they should. They're contacting me. I'm not short of people to make videos with. My inbox is full of people begging.
Yeah, I mean, but do you think that it's virtuous to take a man's virginity? Like, would you recommend that men go to a prostitute so that they can get rid of their V card? Does that sound like it's very virtuous to you?
So after they've slept with me, they're confident, they're walking away, like, they'll continue, like, asking for tips, messaging me. The next person they sleep with, they're going to be able to give that woman a good experience. If they sleep with someone that's also new to sex, they're both probably going to be walking away from that experience no better than what they was, and both shit at it.
What? So you're
I agree with that, but go ahead.
You're just building confidence in these kids.
For sure. Basically a community worker.
Yeah, I mean, you're really a saint when we get right down to it.
I mean,
indeed. You were, willingly taking their virginity away so that you could build confidence in them, so that they could go out then and face the world having dicked down a prostitute. You think do you think that they might have regret later? Do you think they might feel like, oh man,
I've not had one person.
Probably have not given up my virginity to an actual prostitute who then filmed it and showed it to other men? Like, do you think that was maybe like kind of low-key,
the thing is, like,
an awful thing to do?
For sure, like, but my name is very much out there. It's not hidden what I do. They fully know when they sleep with me, it is to get posted.
Yeah, aren't we also talking about consenting adults? Like, they agreed, they consented to sleep with her.
So what if they consented? People can consent to all kinds of horrible things. Doesn't make it a good thing to do it. You can consent to take drugs, for instance. It doesn't mean it's a good thing to take drugs. You can consent to all sorts of horrific, awful things.
We're talking about adults who are making their own decisions, though. Right?
What's that?
We're talking about adults who are making their own decisions, who are consenting.
Yeah, I know what we're talking about is adults making their own decisions. I just got done giving you my argument against that, which is that who cares? It doesn't matter, because adults make horrible decisions all the time.
Well, consent to me is very important.
Doesn't matter if they consent to it. Doesn't mean it's a good thing just because they consent to it.
But that's what their choice is. Some people like pink hair, some people like blue hair. It's down to a choice. If they want to sleep with me, sleep with a prostitute, if you want to word it that way, that is their choice, and they can withdraw consent at any point, and it's made very clear to them.
I mean, you do agree that it's prostitution, right?
I mean, I don't know why people think it's like a bad word.
About that.
I do OnlyFans. I'm an OnlyFans creator. If we want to call it prostitution, we can call it that. I don't care.
Is it?
I mean, I wouldn't say it is, but I'm not bothered. I'm not fazed by the title.
Having sex with men for money is prostitution.
I don't really get obsessed with what we call it.
Grid 1 Motorsports donated $200. If a man dicked down this many women, he would be called a predator and likely be in prison for SA. There is nothing to be proud here. This is what mental illness actually looks like. Get help.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
not true. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, this would be the, it is
no,
true.
what do you
So
mean?
for
Like,
instance,
if
Dad,
an
why don't you
adult
think
man,
about this?
if
Here,
an adult
let me-
man
let
is
me
actually
demonstrate it.
sleeping with
Calm down,
consenting
calm
adult
down, one at
women,
a
how
time.
is he going to
Wanna
be
calm
considered
down,
a
lady,
predator
calm
and a
down,
sexual
lady.
assault?
Relax, lady, calm down. We're having a nice
Good,
conversation.
sir.
Relax.
Exactly. So you should let me
You'll-
also speak,
You'll
right?
be able, yeah, no, but
Yeah.
we were speaking. So not you. You weren't speaking. Me and her were speaking. So
I'll
No,
get you
I was
in.
actually responding
Here,
to
I'll
someone
get you
on
in.
the
you can
chat.
stop
Just let
speaking.
just let them
so
have a
that
back
we
and forth.
finish
I
our
promise I'll get you in.
conversation.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm not bothered.
So
if you
in
want to
any
call it
case-
prostitution, that's fine. I call it as an OF creator, but I'm not phased of what you want to call it. You saying prostitution is you're trying to insult me with it. I don't think it's a bad word. I don't care if that's what you want to call me. I'm fine
Okay.
with what I do.
Okay, so I just want you to understand the scope of this. That if a man set himself up in a hotel room
Yeah.
where he was filming himself sleeping with virgins and getting paid lots and lots of money for it, don't you think society would have a way different outlook on that?
That's not my problem. If society has got an issue with it,
Yeah, I
if
know,
the
but
guy,
that's not my question. I didn't ask you if it was your problem. I asked if you think society would have a way different outlook on
They
it.
probably would, yes. But I also received
Yeah.
a lot of hate. But there's also not. I was 24 at the time when I was filming the content. But there's not a massive age difference. And the biggest point is they're choosing. If the women, 18-year-olds plus, was choosing to sleep with a guy for experience and fun, and that's what they classed as fun, then no, society shouldn't have an issue with it.
Yeah, so essentially, as we dive into this, you understand that society would have a much larger issues with this. They would not be writing articles about that guy. They would not be celebrating him. They would not say how great it is that he made $250,000, pulling the virginity from 30 women, filming it, and then putting it out there so that he could make a bunch of money. Wouldn't they consider him to basically be both a prostitute, gigolo, and pimp at the same time? Wouldn't society basically be very upset with this guy for doing that?
I think, well, society was mad at me myself. Like, I went on Sky News, did multiple interviews on me saying it was disgusting, they didn't approve of it. The MP of Australia came forward, did an interview. But like I said, that's not my problem. The main thing is it's legal, they're consenting. If people have an issue with it, I really couldn't give a shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you think that if that led to laws which would reform that so that other women couldn't do that, would you be against those laws?
If the law changes, I'll then change my rules. Until then, no.
Yeah, but that's not my question. My question is, would you be against those laws?
No, but we've chosen it to be 18. I don't see why we need to be treating 18 as a child. It would
So
then
you wouldn't be against the laws if people wanted to reform this so that no other women could ever do that inside of Australia.
So
you would not oppose
women
that.
can't sleep with 18-year-olds.
No, that's not the law. If you were to reform the law to say that women couldn't cam up, film themselves having sex with virgin men, and then sell it, distribute it for cash, would you oppose that law?
Yeah, I don't see the issue with that.